Hey everybody, this is Josie with Cedar Creek Homestead. I'm here today to show you a little addition we've got to our homestead, and you might be able to hear them, but Cheyenne and Blade went to town the other day to get a few things, and when they came back they had went to one of our local tractor supply stores, and they come bringing home some babies, and they went to look for ducks, and all the ducks were sold out. And this past winter we lost what ducks we had. The predators got them with everything that was going on here, and with sickness and the things that followed, and then along with the cold temperatures that we had, we lost what ducks we had. So we were going to try to start over with our ducks, and what we may have to do is order ducks or try to find a local source for them. Howie loved everything birds, and we do too. Blade has got bird fever. He caught it from his dad, and he has a shipment of quail coming in May, and these little baby chickens will be ready to move out to the outdoor housing that Howie and Blade built for them in just a few weeks. About the time that'll be ready for the quail to get here, these babies will be ready to go out, and I'm still looking for my ducks. And I have a special name picked out for one. I've had it picked out for a long time, and tried to get I wanted a brown runner duck just because of the name I have picked out. But Blade, of course, likes mallards, and we've got the pond out here. The wood ducks have come into it, and we've got some geese that are they come in every year off of the river, and we're expecting them to show up before long. But we like having ducks around here, and we had a big flock of mallards and a big flock of Muscovy, and a lot of people think Muscovy ducks are ugly. They definitely have some interesting markings on their heads, but we love the Muscovy ducks. So I'm not really sure what kind I'm going to get. Probably, knowing me, whenever I run into a baby duck, you guys know I haven't ever met a baby that I didn't like, unless it was, you know, creepy crawly or snake, a mouse, something like that. So I'm going to pan you over here, and I'll show you these little babies. This is the pen. I don't know for sure if Howie showed you guys this on a video or not, but this is what he and Blade built last year when they were getting ready to get quail, and things didn't come together like we thought they were going to with all this sickness here. But and in the United States, really, we just didn't get the quail ordered, but they're on their way here. So they built this pen, and it's built, let me get around here so I can show you, where it has these 3 pull-out trays. Now I know that looks nasty, but that's where their droppings fall through, and the feed and all of that, so it falls away from the little birds, whatever kind of birds that we have in there at the time. There's 3 trays under there, and he built this to there's 3 sections. There's a section here, there's a section there, and there's a section down here where the little babies are trying to run from me right now. And then he has these doors that slide into each of these partitions. And so he could, in actuality, have 3 different sets of birds going at one time. Like if we had turkeys and ducks and chickens, or 3 different chickens, or whatever, quail, pheasants, no telling what those boys. But we've got their feed in here, and we've got the heat lamp. Now we've got them in here in the shop, and they don't, we close the shop at night, and so they don't really get in any kind of breeze that would chill them. And we open the garage during the day so they don't overheat, and you can see that they're not underneath the heat lamps right now, which is a good thing. We know that they're not cold. And I'll just kind of show them to you without them running all over the place. And the kids brought home 3 dozen baby chickens. I have a barnyard full of chickens, but Blade has decided that he wants to try to, at least part of the time, keep them in their true breeds to sell baby chickens and eggs that way. And so we've got some pens that Howie had begun building up by the garden, and I'll show them to you sometime. We've got to finish those. We need the roof on it, and there'll be some pretty good grow out pens, or pens for him to separate hens and a rooster, so that we can keep true to breed on some of them. These little chickens are so cute. And the 3 varieties that Blade picked up was brown leghorns, and he got barred rocks, and he got Rhode Island reds. And I don't really know why he picked up those 3 breeds, but that's what he went with so far. We're looking at cream leg bars and olive eggers and just the different ones. I'd like to have some of the Marins, or Welsh Summers, some of the ones that lay the real dark chocolate eggs. And of course, y'all know that the eggs taste the same when the shell's cracked open. There's lots of life lessons in that. But anyway, the eggs all taste the same, but people really like the pretty colors on the shells. And so Blade's thinking about that. So we got all these pretty little babies. And y'all pardon me, I didn't get this pan underneath them dumped, but at least you can see their litter. And all the extra feed falls down through the bottom, and it keeps their pen relatively clean. And these little babies, we have a cover that goes across the top of this whole pen, and it will protect the babies and keep them from flying out as they get older. And about the time they really start going, we'll be able to move them out to that outside pen. I'd take you guys out there and show you all that setup today. I'm not really sure. I'm almost sure that Howie's probably showed it to you before, but I can show it to you if you want me to. But I won't be able to today. I don't know about where you guys are at, but Oklahoma is extremely windy today. And the wind chimes are blowing and the dust is blowing. We need rain here so bad. I don't know if you guys are dry, but where we're at, we got just a little bit of a rain yesterday, enough to let me have a break. I was outside doing chores and working on getting my garden beds and different things cleaned up and ready to go. And here come a rain, and so I took a break for a little bit, but it didn't last long enough. It lasted long enough to settle the dust yesterday, but today it's dried back out and it's blowing again. So here in Oklahoma, we could use some rain. Now, I don't know if I can catch any of these little babies. I have to trick them sometimes, and they'll come in to me and peck around on me. This one here, these little, with these right here, the little black with the yellow dot, those are barred rocks. And that one, the little dark brown with this stripe going down their back, those are the leghorns. And of course the little red ones, like those 2 back there, and that one right there, those are Rhode Island reds. And they're just as cute as they can be. These will be some of our future. Some of our chickens are 2 years old and plus, and so they're ready to move on. And then of course we have a whole bunch of roosters. Now you'll notice they've ran down to this end, and it's not that they're cold. If they were cold, they would be staying under that heat lamp, but they're just going down there because I'm down at this end. If I was to go down there, they'd run down here. But anyway, I thought that I'd share just a little quick video with you to show you our new babies, and just to say hi. And it's a beautiful day on Cedar Creek today, and I hope it's pretty where you're at. I hope that you've got some new life going at your place, whether it's plants and flowers or it's these little babies. They're so sweet. In times past, I've had chickens that I've been able to name because they were oddballs in the flock. But there's going to be so many of these that are going to look alike unless they adopt some kind of certain characteristic, there won't be any way I can name them. Appalachia's Homestead, Patera, she amazes me with her names that she comes up with for her chickens, but I've got so many, which she does too, but I just can't keep up with all the names unless they're unique. Now the cows, that's a different story. I can name all of my cows except the Angus ones that are solid black. Sometimes they're kind of like the chickens, unless they've got a particular characteristic or personality, they just get called by their number. Well, okay guys, this is Josie and one of my little babies from Cedar Creek Homestead. I hope you enjoyed the little visit with the chicks today, and to see the pen that Howie built for them, and to hear that Blade is going to carry on in his daddy's footsteps in more than one way. I hope you all have a blessed day. Until next time, I love you, and we're gone.